All right, I am Nigel Broersma. I am the member relations coordinator here at the Chamber, and we are very, very excited today to have Logan Chambers with us. Not from the Chamber, Logan Chambers, but Logan Chambers from Quaker, and they have some massive news right now. They are celebrating 120 years in the area. I can't even imagine how many great contributions to the business community they have been. Welcome in, Logan.
Thank you, Nigel. I'm really excited to be with you.
Hey, we are very excited to have you. And I mean, 120 years, that's a lot of oatmeal people have been eating in the area. So, I mean, how exciting is this?
Yeah, I mean, oatmeal for sure. But we're also making, Quaker Chewy granola bars down there. It's a peanut-free facility. We make some of Canada's most loved cereals like Harvest Crunch. We make Life out of there, oatmeal squares, baking mixes. And actually, as of 2020, we now also make crispy minis out of the facility in Peterborough as well. So it's an important part of the city and an important part of the business for sure.
Well, you just made me very hungry. I'm a big fan of crispy minis. They're delicious. And
Oh yeah.
basically everything you mentioned there. So that's very exciting. We can kind of see the sweater you're wearing, Quaker Borough. I see you
Yeah.
guys have sweaters and hats. And how else are you guys celebrating with all of this?
Yeah, well, right now we've got, what we would call a bit of a takeover in Peterborough. So if you were to, what we did is we wanted to celebrate and make sure that the people of Peterborough were aware that we were celebrating as well. So a lot of billboards around town, a lot of like bus transit shelters, and a lot of buses, they have like those bus ads on the side of them. A lot of them right now say, Quaker Borough, proudly made here since 1902 with the Quaker Man's face on it.
Yeah.
So that's sort of part of our local celebration that we wanted to do. And then at the facility itself in Peterborough, all of our 500 plus employees got equipped with some of the great Quaker Borough swag, and we've brought some of the Quaker Borough branding inside the facility. So updated various walls, just signage, that kind of stuff.
It's very exciting. I know I was talking to you earlier about this, how I don't know if people would have seen the sweaters with oatmeal written across. I think they've already all sold out. So, I mean, we're all begging for more of those to come available. So
Yeah,
hopefully you
yeah,
can work that out.
it's a fun line. Like we so like we said, yeah, we wanted to find a really exciting way to celebrate the anniversary. So we partnered with this Canadian clothing company. They're called Province of Canada. Everything they do is designed in Canada. The fabric is all, produced in Canada, organic cotton, like really nice material, and wanted to really support the local story. And so, came up with a line that has like these hoodies that I'm wearing. There's like a crew neck sweatshirt that says oatmeal on under it. There's like a long sleeve T-shirt, really nice as well. And then like these really beautiful sort of burgundy toques, and then a tote bag as well. And if I could just show you the back, I don't know if you can, let me know when you can see the design.
Yep.
So this design was done by Jason Wilkins, who's a Peterborough-based artist. Nice. Very distinctive style, and he did an amazing job on coming up with the design, which is, it's a bowl of oatmeal with some steam, but in the steam is a lot of landmarks from the city. So like kind of the clock tower from downtown.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, the lift locks, like the Quaker water tower from on top of the factory. He just did an amazing job.
Yeah, it looks great. I'll have to edit in some images of these things going across the screen right now when we share this. So how can I get my hands on some of these clothes?
Yeah, so we've got a website, quakerborough.ca, where all the items are available. They are running out because it is a limited edition line. But I would say, another exciting element that we're really proud of the program is all the proceeds from the sales of the clothing is going directly to Food Banks Canada. So they're a longtime partner of ours. An important partner, obviously, an important member of many communities across Canada. So something we're super happy to be able to support as well, and just continue to generate funding for an incredible cause.
That's amazing. While we're on the topic of Peterborough, I know you guys pay a lot of homage to being in Peterborough and the community and how that supports you, but how has being in Peterborough contributed to the success of Quaker?
Yeah, I mean, we Canadians love to support other Canadians, right? And the fact that we're made in Canada, we see as important to the community, but also, not to get too businessy, but it is a competitive advantage, right? Without naming names, some of the other big sort of cereal manufacturers have either, left Canada or were never really in Canada to begin with from a manufacturing standpoint. A big player just came off of having a significant strike in the U.S. and there were a lot of empty shelves in Canadian grocery stores because of that strike. So we view it as great for the business, but also a competitive advantage versus how some other companies are treating it. And we've especially seen, since COVID, like made in Canada has always been important to Canadians. Yeah. It's become more important since COVID. I think people have realized it's a way to support your neighbor, support your community, even if you don't know the person who's in charge of making the granola bars. Like the fact that you're helping Canadian workers, there is a bit of a pride to that as well.
Definitely. No, that's amazing. And I know with the chamber, especially, like we've been all about supporting local, buying local, all our campaigns lately. And it's great to see companies doing the same with that, and how you guys have incorporated the Peterborough branding, and even like you mentioned, the different icons on the sweater design like that. And then the local artist even. And no, it's very cool. It's great to see. So what's next for Quaker in Peterborough? What's the next 120 years going to look like?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's continued growth and expansion, right? Like we're coming off some really strong years where Canadians are choosing Quaker products more often, which is an honor and a privilege for us to continue to build upon. And as we continue to build plans for growth in the future, a lot of the plans are around, okay, like what's next for investment in our Peterborough facility. And those are questions we're always asking ourselves as we look to honestly satisfy more Canadians with what we can provide them.
That's awesome. I'll show. So you showed us your cool sweater. I'll show you my throwback shirt that I have underneath here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's from back in the days when I worked in Ancaster there at the Frito-Lay. So a little different, but they had Quaker products, So
there you go. Yeah.
Family.
No. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, we've got a big presence in Canada, right? Like so Peterborough is where obviously a big facility, and for Peterborough, obviously the most relevant, but also in Trenton we have a place that's where we produce a lot of muffin batters and muffin mixes. Yep. So for example, all the muffins that McDonald's sells in Canada are Quaker muffins produced in Trenton.
Oh, nice.
So just kind of down the 401. So yeah, it's obviously not as big as a facility, but something we're very proud of as well, that business.
Well, that's awesome. I was gonna ask you what your favorite product was, but that might put you in a very uncomfortable spot.
Oh no, I don't mind. I mean,
all right.
Well, I mean, I've got a young family, so 2 young kids, a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. And it's not just because I work on Quaker, but like we're heavy oats for the breakfast family. But I would say more using like traditional standard oats in a bag, either doing it the sort of old-fashioned way where it's really slow on the stove and then coming up with our own toppings. But also, a trend that's really kicked in the last 12 to 18 months is kind of baked oats. So using oats, mixing it with a lot of, whether it's like chopped apples and cinnamon and nutmeg and applesauce and oat milk and baking that in the oven, like makes an amazing hearty breakfast. So I think like oats in all its various ways is probably the biggest thing I use from a Quaker standpoint.
Perfect. I could have swore we were going for some kind of a snacky kind of stuff.
Well, it depends on the time of day, but like most that I use, if I'm snacking, I mean, Crispy Minis, we just launched a new all dressed flavor of Crispy Minis in stores now. It's really tasty. So that'll probably get to be near the top of my list pretty soon.
Yeah, that sounds delicious, and taking a Canadian flavor there too with the all dress. So
you got it.
I might have to pick some of those up after this.
Absolutely, you got it. They're available now. We just started shipping them about 4 or 5 weeks ago, so they're making their way into stores as we speak.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Logan. I mean, it's great to always hear about the Peterborough companies and what you guys are doing, and keep up the great work. We're all excited to celebrate Quakerboro with you. 120 years. What an achievement. Good. Everyone's watching just going to start clapping right now.
I love it. I love it.
But no, thank you so much. And thank you for taking the time to chat with me.
Well, thank you, Nigel. Thank you, everybody, for the support. We're a proud part of the community. And like you said, looking forward to the next 120 years.
All right, I think I can cut that into something.
Beautiful.
That's perfect.
Beautiful. Thank you.
There's always more that comes up. So
yeah. That's great. I really appreciate it.
Yep, awesome. All right. Well, did you have anything else you wanted to talk about that we can throw in as well, or you covered everything's pretty good there?
I think we got all the clothes, the donations, a little bit of history. Yeah, feels great.
Perfect. Awesome. All right. Well, then, nice to meet you, Logan.
You as well.
Hopefully, I'll get to meet you in person at one of these events coming up, and go from there.
That'd be great. Thanks, Nigel.
Awesome. Take care.
Take care.